Hey guys, welcome to Man City Fan TV, and this is the FIFA Career Mode episode 16. So thank you for joining us. My name's Kiam, and you will recall from episode 15 that we managed to beat Real Madrid over 2 legs in the Champions League last 16, and we have now drawn Barcelona in the quarter-finals of the Champions League. So that's the quarter-final draw on the screen. You can see United are playing Liverpool, Atletico Madrid against Dortmund, Inter versus Paris, and then of course Barcelona against Manchester City. So on today's episode, and I'm just going to let you know about last episode, which was episode 15. We played Bournemouth, we played Watford. So Bournemouth was a 1-0 win, Watford was a 1-1 draw, and then of course we played Real Madrid in that second leg of the Champions League last 16. We drew the game 1-1, but we managed to get through 2-1 on aggregate because we beat them in the first leg. So a great, glorious episode, the last one we went through in the Champions League. And then the start of this episode officially should start with Fulham. But due to a little technical glitch, I didn't record the game. I thought it was recording and it wasn't recording. But let's be honest, it was only Fulham. And there's the result. We ended up winning 2-0. So easy peasy, lemon squeezy. And we're now looking at the next fixtures for today's episode. And it starts with a Manchester derby. So a huge game at Old Trafford. Manchester derby. Followed by Cardiff in the Premier League at the Etihad. And then the third game of today's episode will be that first leg of the quarter-final against Barcelona. So it's a huge episode today, episode 16. We've got 2 huge games there with Cardiff sort of sandwiched in the middle. So let's go ahead and prepare for the Manchester derby. So we're away. We are at Old Trafford, and I'm just going to show you very quickly the league standings. So we're top of the league. We're on 75 points. And the team that are in second are Arsenal. They're on 63 points, but we have a game in hand. So you can see there, we're 12 points ahead. We can go 15 points ahead. Spurs are hovering. They can make it 14 points, but the gap is huge. We're absolutely dominating in the Premier League. And it shouldn't be too long before we pick up the Premier League trophy. But that being said, we still have a Manchester derby to win. And you can see here that we have an injury. So Kevin De Bruyne will miss the Manchester derby. That is the big news. Kevin De Bruyne will miss the Manchester derby. We're going to bring in David Silva. David Silva's going to come in and replace him. I'm going to put David Silva on the left of the 2, Bernardo Silva on the right. So it's a shame that Kevin De Bruyne would have been fantastic in the derby, but he is going to miss it. So let's go ahead and get straight into it. So we're away. We're at Old Trafford, and it will be City in our blue kit, of course, United in their red. There's the team for the derby. No, it's not, because Company, we only use Company when we need him. He's obviously not with City anymore, but Ake was our signing. Let's stay loyal to Ake. He was our signing on this career mode series. So that's going to be the team for the derby. It's Mendy at left back, Laporte, Ake and Walker across the back, Fernandinho holding with Bernardo and David Silva ahead. And then up front will be Sergio Aguero with Leroy Sané and Raheem Sterling either side of him. So probably our strongest lineup for the Manchester derby. We're not going to take any chances. We are going to the eternal scaffold, which is Old Trafford, the swamp, whatever you want to call it. That's where we're heading. And we're going to start this very first game of episode 16. So there's the United players warming up. Pogba doing his little dabbing, getting ready for the game. There's the City boys, pure quality. Look at that. Training on their second training pitch, because let's be honest, that's what Old Trafford is these days. It's another training pitch for Manchester City. We go there, we deal with business usually. And here we go. It's the Manchester derby, live from Old Trafford, the eternal scaffold, the swamp. The players are coming out. Let's see if we can go ahead and win this. And there's the tourists waving their flag. And here we go, the players are lining up. Let's get this one underway. So it's the Manchester derby. United are playing Lukaku, so that's got to be an advantage to us. I mean, Lukaku surely has to be the most overrated striker on planet Earth. How they managed to get 75 mil they got from Inter Milan for him? Literally, I don't know. I really don't know what's going on. But here we go. So we're underway. Let's see if we can take control of this derby early on. Let's show them how it's done. Let's start passing the ball. Dominate the game at Old Trafford. This is our training ground. Here comes Aguero. And Aguero there nearly got him. Smalling with a good challenge. Lukaku with the flick on. This is what we've got to watch out for, because they will play a lot of long balls, United. That's a great ball in. There's Aguero. Oh, he's hit the post. And it's Raheem Sterling. He's offside. Oh, Raheem Sterling with the follow-up. Looked like he was going to put that in. Oh, it was very tight. I mean, look at that. Look at the man at the back there, surely playing him on. Very tight indeed. Sterling was about to finish, but that looked like a bit of an Old Trafford decision to me. Didn't look offside. Looked like it was just on. Or level. I mean, it was level. But as it stands, it's still 0-0. But a good start. Here comes David Silva. Remember, no Kevin De Bruyne. De Bruyne is out. And there's an injury for United. It's the French fraudster, Martial, who's down injured. Probably, I would say, one of the laziest players I've seen in a long, long time, I must admit. Martial, he has a lot of talent actually, Martial. But the guy just, I don't know, 1 week he decides to run, the next week he doesn't. But he went off injured. And who are they bringing on here? This is a new player for United, Raphael, they've brought on. So that could be interesting. They've actually brought on a different striker. We've not played against that guy before. There's David Silva into Fernandinho. To Bernardo. Here comes Kyle Walker. David Silva with the shot. Oh, David Silva fires the shot over the bar. Good effort. Just over the top there. I mean, it was probably a little bit too much height on that. He leaned back a little bit. But City definitely started the stronger here. We're dominating the game. We're dominating the Manchester derby early on. And we should really, get a victory here today. We don't go to Old Trafford now thinking about draws. We go there thinking about 3 points. And there's no difference on Man City Fan TV. Raheem Sterling, great ball in. Plays it across. Who's in there? Nobody wants it. Oh, Aguero wasn't alert. Aguero's usually so alert to that. It was a great ball across by Raheem Sterling. And you can see on the sideline there, Kiam, he wasn't too happy there that nobody got on the end of that ball. Somebody should have been busting a gut. I mean, that's a foul. Lukaku the donkey, right through the back of Fernandinho. And this is going to be a free kick to City. I think, should we go with an Aguero strike? It's not very often we take a free kick with Aguero, but we're going to try it today. It's not bad. Ooh, and the keeper gets to that one. Not the worst free kick. Probably needed a little bit more power, in all honesty. Sané could be in here around the back. Sané. Aguero. Oh, and it come out again. De Gea. So De Gea performing miracles as he so often does against City to try and keep the score down. There's Fernandinho into David Silva, plays it to Benjamin Mendy. And Mendy cut inside there. Mendy with a little bit of trickery, tried to cut inside. And Lukaku's on the break. Now this could be dangerous, we've got to try and win this one back. Lukaku actually with a nice turn. Pogba with the ball, but Pogba gives it away. Too lazy, he was thinking about his air and gave the ball away. But he's won it back. Great ball through. Aguero. Oh, and Aguero, I must admit, Aguero so far, doesn't look that sharp. He's not making the runs off the ball. It's just not like Aguero. Usually he's alert and he makes that early run, and you can find him. But so far in this Manchester derby, Aguero hasn't performed. We need to sharpen him up a little bit. If you remember, in the first Manchester derby on this career mode series, it ended 0-0. Silva's in, and Silva, yes, it's 1-0 City. Great ball through, and I think it was a ball from Aguero actually through to David Silva. El Mago in the 41st minute gives Manchester City the lead in this Manchester derby. And look at that. The United fans crying into the Bovrils. And it's 1-0 to City. Look at this little through ball. It's a great through ball actually, to be fair to Aguero. Nice little slide finish by David Silva. And Smalling, to be fair, Smalling tried to get back. If you watch Chris Smalling, tried to get back to clear the line. He was half asleep though, looking at the linesman. And the ball managed to trickle into the net. So it's 1-0 to City on this first game on episode 16 on this Man City Fan TV career mode series on FIFA 19. Remember, we've got all the FIFA 20 stuff coming your way. Obviously, when the game's released, there's going to be a preview. And then when the game's released, we're going to be setting up career modes, ultimate teams, all sorts of content coming through on the channel. But you can only get it if you subscribe to Man City Fan TV. You hit the bell notification, because then you'll get the videos as and when they're released. So stay with us, guys, and I do thank you for sticking with the FIFA 19 career mode series. I know when a game comes to an end, FIFA 19 has sort of fizzled out now. The last 3 or 4 months or so, everybody's waiting for FIFA 20. But this was just to get everybody into the mix, get some initial FIFA content on the channel, and I'm glad that you guys have been enjoying it, and appreciate all your comments. So there we go, it's half time at the eternal scaffold, Old Trafford. 1-0 to City. Great goal from David Silva, and we've got the second half to come. So let's see if we can go on and get some more goals. I mean, United haven't really been a threat. They've launched a couple of long balls as expected. That's what they do these days, launch a couple of long balls, hope for the best. But we've managed to quell that. Here's Aguero, plays it into Bernardo Silva, Kyle Walker. Aguero with the shot. And that's the danger there. It's that quick ball forward. You see here, they launch it forward, and then it's like the land of the giants up front. They've got Lukaku up there winning headers, and that's pretty much what they did, didn't they? They used to do that on the Mourinho. It was the Fellaini show, but they're still doing it similar. Oh, nearly got in them, Bernardo Silva. So we just need to get the ball down. Let's play football. Let's do it the City way. We don't want to get into this sort of tit for tat, launching it forward donkey football that United play. That's a great ball into Bernardo's feet. Here comes Kyle Walker. Fernandinho plays it into the middle. This is better. This is a bit of football now. Here comes Aguero. Oh, nearly played it back to David Silva. Some good link-up play. Trying to play the football of the two Manchester clubs. If you want to call United a Manchester club, I know it's a bit of a stretch. But of the two Manchester clubs, it's City playing all the football. But as he says that, United launch one into the box. And very, very nearly got the equaliser. I mean, that was a hell of a save there by Ederson. Look at that. What a save. Fantastic save by Ederson. United should have been level, and we got a little bit sloppy. And to be honest, if they are going to score, it is going to be off a cross. I mean, let's be honest, it's pretty obvious that's how the goal will come if it does. Here comes David Silva, back to Sané, Bernardo Silva, wide to Raheem Sterling. Try to thread it back to Bernardo. Wasn't really the ball, to be honest. And we're just leaving a few gaps at the back. I'm not quite happy with the way the defence is shaped at the moment. We're leaving gaps, and you see these are the opportunities now where they can cross it. Ederson there managed to tip it over the bar, but we're letting them get in behind us. They're getting the crosses in. And we need to try and we need to just shore it up a little bit. And that's a terrible corner. That'll do us. That's going to go out for a throw-in. This one comes into Raheem's feet. Plays it to Bernardo. Wide. Leroy Sané's on the left wing here. Leroy Sané stood his man up, skipped inside him. This is good play by Sané. Here comes David Silva. Fires the shot. Oh, deflection, and Silva's shot there was pretty feeble. Seemed to take an age to get it under control. Here comes Raheem Sterling. Can he run at his man? Tried to run. Raheem Sterling's not had the best of games in this derby so far. He's been in and out. He's not provided these sort of long bursting runs that he usually does. Here's Bernardo. Leroy Sané could be in. Is he off? Oh, nearly. Oh, that was nearly the replica of the goal that he got at Old Trafford last year, where he fired it at De Gea and De Gea knocked it into his net. Very tight there, nearly. So close to being played onside. But it remains 1-0. So it's 1-0 in this Manchester derby. We've still got work to do. Comes Leroy Sané. Plays a great through ball. Is Aguero, is he off? I think Aguero might have been off. Took out De Gea there afterwards. It's a great challenge on De Gea. Sent him into the stand. And it wasn't Aguero, actually, it was Bernardo. Literally cleaned him out and took him right into the stands, and De Gea wasn't that happy with that challenge. Great tackle there by Ake. Here's Aguero. Into Sané. Aguero's in. Sterling, great goal. Look at that for football. Aguero was in. You thought he was going to shoot. Cool as a cucumber. Laid the ball back to Raheem Sterling. And City go 2-0 up at the Swamp. 2-0 up at the Eternal Scaffold. The Raggies are not happy. They're all going to be leaving. The seats will be emptying. It's 2-0 to City. And as expected, Manchester City turn Old Trafford into a training ground once again. And Kiam is a happy man. Kiam is a very happy man. So the first game on episode 16. And it's City dominating at the Swamp. So let's try and keep them out. We don't want to give United anything. We don't want them even having a consolation. Let's keep them out. Come on, City. The cross is coming in. We know it's coming. Land of the Giants. There we go. Let's try and keep the ball. Yeah, we've done it. There we go. Wonderful. What a victory. Fantastic victory in this first game on episode 16. 2-0 to City at the Etihad. Fantastic performance. Dominated the game throughout. United were never in it. And that man Raheem Sterling got the second goal. Fantastic play. And yet again, Manchester is blue. As we all know, Manchester is blue. The City fans are going back just across to Manchester. Happy as you like. The United fans will be getting on their flights to Norway and wherever. And it's a 2-0 victory. Happy days. So let's move on. So another 3 points. So that's the main thing, of course, is it's another 3 points in the Premier League. So we go marching on in the Premier League. The gap now is huge. You can see the gap there to Arsenal is a huge 15 points. So we are dominating. There's only 6 games left, so there's 18 points to play for in the Premier League, and we're 15 points ahead. So if I'm not mistaken, if we beat Cardiff in our next game, then we're pretty much there. I think we still have to get one more victory, but we're not far off, which is great because we've got the games coming up against Barcelona. So if we can get the title wrapped up, we can really focus on those Champions League games. So let's go ahead and play Cardiff at home, and I'm going to make some wholesale changes for the Cardiff game because of the Barcelona Champions League game. We need to rest a few players. I'm going to pretty much rest everyone. I'm going to play Riyad Mahrez on the right, Jesus up front. Sané's coming out of the team. I'm going to put Zinchenko wide left. Going to bring Gundogan in with Phil Foden. Going to bring Rodri in, holding midfield for Fernandinho. Company will be not playing, of course, so we're going to play Sandler. We're going to play Mangala in place of Laporte. So you can see here quite comprehensive changes. And I'm even going to go with Danilo at left back. Actually, I'm going to go Danilo at right back. And I'm going to bring in one of our old heroes, Fabian Delph. I know he's not at City anymore, but he's going to come in. And I'm even going to give Claudio Bravo a game. Ederson's going to have a rest. So you can see there, completely changed team for the Cardiff game. Wholesale changes. We need to keep the squad fresh. We need to keep the first team ready for the big Champions League quarter-final game against Barcelona, which is coming up next. And we can play Cardiff in the Premier Knowledge. We're 15 points clear at the top. We're pretty much 1 game away, 2 games away from winning the Premier League title. So let's go ahead and start this Premier League game against Cardiff. There's the beautiful Etihad Stadium in all its glory. It's a Premier League game. It's game number 2 on Man City Fan TV FIFA Career Mode Series, episode 16. Hit the like button, guys, and hit subscribe and the bell notification. And let's go ahead and start this game against Cardiff. So here comes Kyle Walker down the right. So on paper, this should be a comfortable game, but you never know. You never know. And with us making so many changes, I'm sure the chemistry of the team will be affected. So this might be a trickier game than we're expecting. Here comes Gundogan. Rob's favourite player, Gundogan. I say that tongue-in-cheek. Rob is not a fan of Gundogan. If you've watched any of the videos that Rob has produced on the channel or the podcast, you will know that he is not a Gundogan fan. He calls him, what's his nickname for him? Gunda Ghostflow or something like that. So he's not the biggest Gundogan fan. I think Gundogan's technically a fantastic footballer. I think you have to play him in the right position though, and I think, to be fair, that's what Rob says. You know, if he's in the right position, then it's not too bad. But Rob just doesn't like him playing that holding midfielder role, which I can get, actually, because he does slow everything down in the holding midfield position. That's a great ball to Mahrez. Mahrez is away. Plays it inside to Gabby Jesus. Fires the shot. Oh, and the Cardiff goalkeeper just plucked that one out of the air. It looked like it was a better shot. So Cardiff trying to get a few passes together. They probably fancy the chances against a weakened Manchester City team. Although, let's be honest, some of our fringe players are still pretty amazing. When you think City's sort of fringe squad includes Mahrez and Foden, even Gabby Jesus, it's pretty amazing. We're very lucky. We're very lucky to have the squad we've got. Let's get this header out. It's a good head there by Ake. Here comes Zinchenko. Mahrez is going to make the run. Mahrez, great run. And Mahrez is still in. Has he still got it? No. The player managed to get back at him. Here comes Foden with a few step overs. And the defender managed to read what Foden was doing there pretty comfortably. Ball played in round the back. Here comes Mangala. And I've got to say, on FIFA 19, I don't know if you guys have played with Mangala before. I can't imagine everyone picks Mangala when they're doing a City career mode. But Mangala's actually very good on FIFA. I mean, he did come to City, didn't he, with a huge reputation. He came for 40 million. He obviously turned out to be a little bit of quite a big flop actually for City, but yeah, on FIFA, the man is a beast. He wins a lot of challenges. And you'll see here now, Mangala's in the middle there positionally. He's pretty good as well. And Mahrez caught on the ball there. Mahrez has got his opportunity to prove himself a little bit, and so far he's been dawdling on the ball. 36 minutes gone, it's 0-0 in this Premier League game against Cardiff City. Remember, this is the second game on this episode 16. The third game coming up will be the Champions League quarter-final against Barcelona, so it's a huge fixture. And can City win the Champions League? Can we win the Champions League on FIFA 19 career mode? That is the question. It looks like the Premier League is in the bag, which is of course the bread and butter. That's the important one. But can we win the Champions League? It would be great to do it. But at the moment in this game, I've got to say, Cardiff are giving us a bit of a game. Oh, nearly got that ball through to Mahrez. Nearly, and Cardiff are away here. Cardiff are through on goal. And Cardiff take the lead, and that was coming. That was coming. It's 1-0 to Cardiff at the Etihad. This gamble we've taken, we've rested a number of players because we've got the Barcelona game in mind. And so far, we may live to regret that decision, because Cardiff are doing quite well, and they've scored a goal just before half-time. Claudio Bravo couldn't get to that, and it's 1-0. We are losing at the Etihad. Not something you hear very often on this career mode, but we are losing. But it's half-time. We've got time to turn it around. The Cardiff fans there are happy. They've travelled up from South Wales. They are happy. They are leading at the Etihad. So let's see if we can get back in it. We don't want to drop points. We don't want to lose a game at the Etihad. Nobody wants to see City lose at the Etihad. It doesn't matter what competition or how comfortable we are in the league and how many points ahead. We just don't want to lose at the Etihad, do we? So let's see if we can sort this one out a little bit. Here comes Mangala. Plays it to Zinchenko. Gabi Jesus. Plays a great through ball. Oh, nearly there. Foden had made a good run. And Mahrez nearly in. So we started the second half with a little bit more purpose. Here comes Gabi Jesus. Great little bit of play. Plays it into Gundogan. Mahrez, and Mahrez offside. Lazy run there by Mahrez. Should have watched his line. And he was caught offside. It's a shame. City would have been in round the back. But we started the second half a little bit better. There's a few more passes being put together. The players look like they're a little bit more up for it than they were in the first half. But in saying that, Cardiff are in again. And oh my days, Cardiff have got a second goal at the Etihad. Through ball there, we're struggling at the back. A through ball came and we couldn't cope, and the Cardiff man there got it on his left foot and just smacked it past Claudio Bravo. The Cardiff fans are in absolute dream world here. They're 2-0 up at the Etihad, and yeah, this is not a vintage performance. We have made a number of changes. We've changed the whole team basically because we're thinking about the Barcelona game, but we should still have enough on the pitch to deal with Cardiff. So it's still disappointing, this result. It's not the performance we were looking for just before playing Barcelona, that's for sure. That's a good ball. Foden. Oh, Foden. Zinchenko, we're trying to get it in. Rodri fires a shot. So there's 3 or 4 little opportunities there. Foden had a go. Zinchenko had a go. Rodri had a go. But couldn't get it in the back of the net. So the players are, the players are trying. It's not like we're not trying to win the game, because we've pretty much given everything to it. But so far, I mean, there's another one for Cardiff. This is like the old Mark Hughes City or Stuart Pearce City. They're 3-0 down at home at the Etihad to Cardiff. Now, for our younger fans, this is pretty much what City used to be like. We used to play games like this. We would end up 3-0 down at home to some very poor teams. So when we first moved to the Etihad under Stuart Pearce, I remember, I think it was Blackburn who came and did this to us. They were 3-0 up and dominated the game. So a little bit of a reminder here that we've got a great first team squad, but some of the second string are not quite the same. And it is only on, I'm only saying that on FIFA, of course. In real life, I think the second string would probably still beat Cardiff, but it's just I'm not capable of doing that at the moment. And we are 3-0 down. All eyes are on that Champions League quarter-final. So it's not ideal preparation. I'm just hoping it doesn't affect the confidence of the players, because on FIFA it has this weird confidence thing where if you lose a game, the players just drop in confidence, which is unrealistic really, because if you were in the position we're in, we're 15, 16 points ahead in the Premier League. If you did have an iffy performance, I don't think the players are going to completely lose all confidence. And Gabby Jesus there plays it into Foden. And poor ball. I mean, Jesus, poor ball. But the runners just aren't there. I've got to say. I mean, Gabby Jesus here. Let's see what Gabby Jesus can do. He's going to fire a shot off. Oh, it's a good save by the Cardiff keeper. So 80 minutes on the board. We're 3-0 down at home in this Premier League fixture against Cardiff. Gabby Jesus there trying to get us back in the game. But it's not looking good. It's not looking good at all. I can't see us getting 3 goals in 10 minutes. Can't see us getting 1 goal in 10 minutes, to be honest, the way we're playing. Here's Rodri. Plays it into Foden. Foden with a shot. And Cardiff's defence, to be fair, Cardiff have blocked everything. They've had men back. They've put the bodies on the line. And so far, they are good value for their 3-0 lead. I mean, it has been sort of sucker punches they've scored with, but, when you come to the Etihad, you've got to take your chances. And that's what Cardiff have done. And Cardiff now trying to build another attack. Let's not concede another one and make it too embarrassing.
There will be a minimum of 2 minutes of added time.
So here we go. And that's the end of that one. So 3-0 defeat at the Etihad on this Man City Fan TV FIFA Career Mode Series, episode 16. It's game number 2, and we lose 3-0. It was a under-strength side. We made lots of changes to the team. And it backfired on us, so that was a disappointing result. We're going to have to step it up for this game now. So this is it. It's the Champions League. It's Barcelona, and you can see that Riyad Mahrez has grabbed the Premier League Player of the Month. So there you go. For you Algerian fanboys, your man Riyad Mahrez, I've been slating him a little bit in games, but he's gone on and won the Player of the Month award. So you can't knock that. So we are playing against Barcelona. This is the quarterfinals of the Champions League. Big game now, and we're away in the first leg. So we're travelling to the Nou Camp for the first leg. We're going to play with our strongest team there. Edison, Laporte, Company, Walker, Fernandinho, the 2 Silvers. I don't know if De Bruyne's available. Let's see if De Bruyne's available. I'm not sure if he is. Where is he? No, sadly Kevin De Bruyne's injured. So that's a big loss. He is still injured. So we've got the 2 Silvers, Sané, Aguero, Sterling, Walker. Well, should we play Company? I think we should. Yeah, let's play Company. So this is a big game. Barcelona, quarter-final of the Champions League. It's the first leg, so we just need to try and get some sort of result to take back to the Etihad. And then see if we can get the victory and see the tie through at the Etihad. And there's the boys warming up. So big game at the Etihad. The boys are warming up. Everything on the line. It's the Champions League. The Premier League's pretty much in the bag, but this one is the one that we want now. It's the Champions League. It's the first leg. We're playing against Barcelona. The players are coming out. This is a huge game here on Man City Fan TV, FIFA Career Mode Series. This is what we've been building towards. Can we get a result in the new camp? Can we get a result against Barcelona? That is the question. And I know that's not the new camp before anyone says, the new camp's not on FIFA 19. I know it's not, but let's be honest, that is their stadium. And here we go, the Champions League anthem rings out around Barcelona. City are in town, the City boys are in town. Sat up on the, I mean, what tier? I mean, it's blimey, it's a huge stadium, isn't it? The new camp. The City fans will be up there on the third tier, which is miles away. The players look like ants when you go to Barcelona. But this is it. It's the quarter-final of the Champions League. Can Manchester City progress? Can we get through to the semi-final? It's the first leg. The City boys are ready for it. Let's go ahead and take care of business. We've got to keep an eye on Leo Messi, of course. We've got to keep an eye on Suarez. And that's not the way to start. We just gave the ball straight to Messi. Not the best way to start. So we just want to keep control of the ball now. This is going to be about possession. It's going to be about controlling the play. We can't go all gung-ho like City do in the real Champions League, where they just go all guns blazing and end up going out ridiculous away goals like 5-3 or 4-4, 5-all, something crazy. We need to keep it a little bit more solid. Fernandinho lost the ball there to Busquets. Busquets was in on Fernandinho. Bernardo Silva wins the ball, plays it to Mendy. And Sané there was on his toes, on his heels, and he was caught on the ball, but he's won it back, to be fair. Here comes Bernardo Bubblegum. Fernandinho plays it to Kyle Walker. David Silva plays it wide to Mendy. And 16 minutes on the clock. Very tense at the moment. We're doing well though. We're getting a lot of the ball. Bernardo plays it wide to Kyle Walker. Sterling plays it inside. Bernardo Silva. Great ball through. Silva. Oh, it's David Silva there with a late run. And David Silva made a fantastic late run into the box. Nearly got it over the keeper. But somehow the keeper managed to get a hand to it. So it's not a bad start. Pretty good start at the Etihad. We can't get too giddy though, because this man's around. And that's why we can't get too giddy or get excited about having a bit of possession, because that man can get on the ball. Leo Messi. And in a matter of seconds he can turn it around. But that's a great save by Edison. So we've got to try and keep things tight. Plays it through to Sané. That's a great ball wide, and Raheem Sterling's in a lot of space on this right hand side. It's a great break from City. Raheem Sterling crosses it in. Sané. Oh, and somehow the keeper managed to hold on to that, even though he clattered into his own defender. The keeper managed to hold on to it. Good header there at the back by Laporte. This is good play by City. We're competing in the midfield. That's the main thing. We've got to stay competitive in these midfield areas if we're going to beat Barcelona. We can't let them have the possession because they'll just be feeding it through to the likes of Messi. Sterling's in. Sterling with the shot. It's 1-0. Great goal. Fantastic goal. That's an away goal as well. The ball was played through. Played across to Raheem Sterling. Fires the shot past the keeper. And it's 1-0 to City in this Champions League quarter-final first leg. Fantastic play. We were controlling the ball in the middle, and it was Bernardo Silva. No, it was Aguero actually. Aguero whipped the pass wide. It was a fantastic weighted ball, so Sterling didn't even have to take a touch. His first touch was the shot. Fires it past Ter Stegen, and it's 1-0 to City on this first leg Champions League quarter-final on Man City Fan TV FIFA career mode. So we could not ask for a better start to the tie. Let's see if we can just keep it tight now, because Barcelona are going to put some pressure on. They're going to come chasing. We've got to keep it tight. We've got to play the game, try and catch them on the break. Sterling could be away again, so Sterling here is causing all sorts of problems down the left-hand side. Sterling's in again. Aguero. Oh, it should have been two. It should have been two. Aguero was in. Oh my days. Aguero there should have finished that. He did everything right. I mean, he cut inside. We should have been taking a 2-0 lead at the Etihad, at the Nou Camp. And we just need to calm it down. We're getting excited. Obviously, we're playing well here, the City boys, in the quarter-final. We've got a fresh squad because we were rested against Cardiff. But we need to just take it easy. Aguero's in. Aguero, can he cut inside? Aguero fires a shot and it's come back out. Aguero again. Sterling with the follow-up. Oh, feeble finish by Sterling. Should have put that in. Raheem Sterling, what was he doing? It was a feeble back pass then. But what a fantastic half. The first half at the Nou Camp on this first leg, and the Barcelona locals, they don't know what's hit them. The City boys have come into town, and we've absolutely dominated this first half on the first leg of this quarter-final in the Champions League. Hit the like button, guys, hit subscribe and hit that bell notification. City are on track here now to reach the semi-finals of the Champions League. So we're on track, and I'm only saying on track because it's very early days. We're only a quarter of the way through the tie. Things can change pretty quickly. They've got some really good players. So we just need to keep hold of the balls, keep it sensible. And hopefully we can pick up another away goal. That would be great. Here comes a cross. Sterling's at the far post. Oh, nearly. It's a great ball in by Sané. Sterling was coming in round the back. And at the moment, you've got to say, Barcelona are just not coping with City's wingers. Our wingers are giving them all sorts of problems. Messi has left Mendy for dead there, though. Suarez. And Suarez is a handful. Cross came in. Ederson managed to get it away, and this is where we need to concentrate. Ederson with a good save. So we need to keep concentrating because Barcelona will have their moments. We've got to do this. We've got to keep hold of the ball. We've got the away goal now. So we don't need to do anything too sort of adventurous, really. We just need to keep the possession. And we're not doing that at the moment. Barcelona have got the possession. And this is better. Just a few little passes around the back. Kyle Walker. Good play there. Sterling plays it into... and there's a great ball to Sané. Leroy Sané. Great football by the Blues. Sané's cut inside. Sané's going to fire the shot. Oh, and Sterling there. Sterling would have been a bit more alert. Great play. The ball went wide to Sané. Fantastic break by City. Sané cut inside, fired the shot. It came out, and if Sterling would have been alert, he probably would have had a tap in. It's a corner to City. Sané. Here comes David Silva. into Aguero. Oh no, it's not the best of passes there. David Silva tried to thread it through to Aguero. Here's Bubblegum. Into Leroy. Crosses it in. Sterling's at the far post. Can he get the shot off? Aguero. And it scrambles around there in the box. Oh, the ball was bouncing around everywhere. It looked like David Silva was going to have an opportunity. It then dropped to Aguero. It looked like Aguero was going to have a chance. And that wasn't the case. And this is the danger now, though. We're getting a lot of men forward, and that's the danger. There you go. I knew it could happen. If we leave it short at the back, they've got the players to punish us. And to be honest, we're probably to blame for that. You've got to say we were piling men forward, trying to get that second goal to kill the tie-off. And Barcelona, with the quality they've got, have equalised in this first leg at the Nou Camp. And the ball came across. It's Luis Suarez. Great header, to be fair. Ederson had absolutely no chance, and it's 1-1 on this quarter-final, episode 16. So disappointing. I thought we probably should have kept hold of possession a little bit better there. And here comes Raheem Sterling. He's in. No, he's at the post. Raheem Sterling's at the post. It was a fantastic chance for him. He was through. I thought he might have been offside, but he wasn't. And somehow Sterling has fluffed his lines in the big game. He has fluffed his lines there. But we've still got another chance. And this is Walker. Kyle Walker. Oh, Kyle Walker ran through. So unbelievable things going on at the moment in this game. Kyle Walker ran through there. Looked like Walker may be the hero of the night. And he fluffed his chance as well. So far our two English players, you've got Sterling and Walker down the right. And they've fluffed the opportunities. They've fluffed the lines in the big Champions League tie. Leroy Sané could be in space, and he is. So it's really end-to-end. I mean, both teams are attacking teams. We know that. Here comes Aguero. No, Aguero tried to turn. Wasn't the best of turns by Aguero. And this is the danger now. Barcelona on the counter-attack. We don't really want to give this result away. It would be really disappointing to give this away, because we have been the better side. We've definitely been the better side. So we're on 90 minutes on the clock. We're into injury time. 1-1 away at the Nou Camp. It won't be the end of the world if we can get out of here with a 1-1 result. I think we could have done better. We could have hung on and got a victory, but we might end up in a defeat if we're not careful. And hits the referee there, and that's it. That's the end of the first leg. So a very entertaining game. It was end to end. City came to attack. We did try and attack Barcelona on their own ground. We managed to get the away goal. That's important. We've got the away goal. We probably should have seen the game out and got the victory. But when you've got men like that around, Luis Suarez and obviously Messi, you know they're always going to have opportunities, and they got their opportunity and they scored a goal. So it's 1-1. So it's very, very evenly poised, this Champions League quarter-final. Great result on the road, though. City have the away goal, and it's going to be an entertaining game back at the Etihad. So do look out for episode 17, because episode 17, and we'll just have a look now on the calendar, but episode 17 is going to be a humdinger, because we have Premier League game against Crystal Palace, which should be a formality. But then we've got the second leg against Barcelona. It's 1-1 after the first leg. And then the third game of episode 17 will be a game against Spurs in the Premier League as well. So it's all about that Champions League second leg. So do tune in for episode 17. Like I say, hit the like button, guys. Hit subscribe, and importantly, hit the bell notification as well. Because if you've got that bell notification selected, you're going to get all of the Man City Fan TV content, including these FIFA career mode videos. And as soon as that episode 17 becomes available, you'll get an alert to let you know that it's there. So thank you guys for watching today. Really appreciate you taking the time to follow this career mode. We're coming towards the end of it now. We we want to try and get that Champions League in the bag. We've pretty much got the Premier League sewn up. We want that Champions League in the bag. So come on, guys, we need your support. Let's go and do it. And thank you for watching. Take care, everyone. All the very best, and I'll see you on episode 17. Take care.